Oh, I think we're good to go right now.
Oh wait, are we live? Are we going? Oh shoot, my bad. No, let it go.
All right, so.
What's going on, guys? I'm Quill Lyles, co-owner of Space Pizza.
I'm Tracy Lyles. I'm the owner of Space Pizza. The only. But
What's going on, fam? This is Quill Lyles, owner of Space Pizza.
this is Tracy Lyles, owner of Space Pizza as well. We're so cheesy.
What's going on, guys? This is Quill Lyles, owner of Space Pizza.
And I'm Tracy Lyles, also owner of Space Pizza.
My journey into pizza started back, I would say, after high school. I started here in Jersey City as a driver at Vinny's right there, or Vincent's Pizzeria. It was initially on Linden and the Boulevard. While I was there, man, I was just, it was just something I did, man. It was, I wanted to go away to college, Utica College actually, but the admission fee was $850, and at that time, obviously, my mom, my dad, they got 7 kids that was living with us, so $850 per student really was not something that they could have done, because it was back to back. My brother went, then my sister went, then it was my turn, and it was just bad timing. But everything happened for a reason. So I didn't jump into college or pizza right away, man. Vinny's, like I said, was just something to do. It was something quick cash, man. I would make I think he was paying me like $5 an hour, plus I would get tips, so I would leave for maybe $65 a day. So for me, being 18, 19 years old, that was cool. I didn't really have no bills.
Money.
Right.
I got money. I'm grown.
I ain't have no bills or nothing, man. So I was making like $65. It was pretty cool. So that was my first job. Then later on, we relocated from Kerry Woods Projects. That's where I was born and raised. We relocated from there. I went out to West Orange, and at West Orange, I jumped right back into the pizza industry. You know, I didn't have any college degree, no experience, no work experience prior to that. Besides Family Dollar, but I was doing that for like 18 hours a week, but no money in that. So went to
$50
pizza
somewhere like, what we do to Space Pizza?
Yeah, I was making $7.25 an hour there, so that was the $7.25 an hour, 18 hours a week, and half-hour drive there and back. So it wasn't working. So I jumped into pizza again. Went to Pizza Hut this time as a driver. Went to Pizza Hut. I was doing my thing, man. I wasn't making as much money because they covered so much ground, right? So I wasn't making as much money as I was at, your little local mom and pop shop. But while at Pizza Hut, man, I didn't know about fake money and counterfeit money and things like that. So I think this was like my last week at Pizza Hut. So I take an order. The order was like $30-something. It was out in East Orange, and it was dark on the street. So I blamed the street lighting for a while. I got ripped off, right? So I get a guy's food. He give me the $100 bill, and I'm looking at it, and I look at it in the light, the little bit of light that was there. I'm like, hold on, man, because I don't think this is real. Go in the car, ask my friend, I'm like, hey, man, check this, is this real? He's like, yeah, it's real. The old $100 bills don't have no security features. So I'm like, oh, you right, man. Went back and gave the guy, I think I gave him like $30, and I'm like, yo, bro, I owe you another 60, or I owe you another, I gave him 30, so I owed him like $40. So I said, I got to run back to the store and get the money. Make it back to the store, I pay, get assistant manager the money, and he's like, wait, did you take this? He was like, I'm like, yeah, I took the money. He's like, man, this feels like my sock. Are you serious? And he's like, go get the money back. I'm like, I look at it, the money, now and then when it's in light and the money's green, it did feel like a sock. It was all like, you have money in your sock, it felt like the sock. So I jumped back in the car, I'm pissed off, and we go back out to East Orange, and I call him, and I'm like, hey man, I'm pulling back up with your change, and I had bad intention. I'm like, man, I'm about to get my money back from the zoo. And when I pulled up, it was like 60 dudes outside. Yeah. I had to scare him. I had to get out of there, man. So that was my last week at Pizza Hut. But then from Pizza Hut, I went to Domino's, and that's where I did my longest stint in the pizza industry, actually. So I was a driver at Domino's. That's where I really started making really good money. I was making really good money as a driver at Domino's. I learned the pizza industry, I want to say, my pizza is different from Domino's. I want to say I learned pizza from Domino's, but I learned like the
basics of it,
the ins and outs. I got a chance to see how money was being made, actually really being made there. So
and then managing the store as well.
And I think I drove for I saw Domino's maybe 2011, 2012, up until like 2016. So maybe even longer than that, man. Because I was off and on, even as I came back. So
I didn't really have pizza experience. I actually was not a fan of pizza. Like, I'll eat it, but it's just like, until I got back with him and he's like telling me about pizza, and I'm just like,
yeah, the idea,
well,
man.
yeah, he's telling me about the idea of him wanting to start his pizza restaurant. So I'm like, okay. You know, you never really see black people with a pizza restaurant. So at first I'm just like,
yeah, man.
are you sure? The typical person, you know, typical response. Then I'm just like, why can't he do it? Like, why not? Why not? So I'm like, well, what's the recipe? So that's the first thing I asked, and he's just like,
I don't know. No idea, man.
You know, so.
No idea. I had no idea.
Yeah, and then we just started handling.
And I think, what was it?
So he was opening this. So when I came around, he had Speedy Q's on Stegman.
Stegman, yep.
That's his
475.
first.
That's why I went broke.
That's his first place, and he's like renovating it completely and taking on projects and everything. And
went completely broke there. That's the year. 2017 was the year, man. I saved up $37,000. My last year at Domino's was 2016, late 2016. I was managing Hoboken, and I seen that I was the manager. The owner hadn't stepped foot in that store for like 3-4 years.
So he was running.
So I was running it, man. So I looked. October sales said $936,000 by October. So that for me was like, wait. I just made $936,000. Yeah, the brand was behind it, but I ran me and my team made every pie, made every breadstick, every wing, everything.
So and instrumental in this success.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, why can't I do that? I know the ins and outs, right? I know how to work the oven. I know how to do the equipment, right? The only thing I didn't have, like she said, was the recipe. And that took, man. We quit. Well, I quit, really. Germany.
Yeah, he just
joined the military.
We joined the military, and then we go to Germany. And then I think one day we were just talking about it, like,
again, yeah,
why'd you just stop? Because you know, the Speedy Q's wasn't happening. So in Germany, I'm just like, we need a recipe. So that's when we started like messing around with pizza sauce and everything, and we actually started selling pizza out of the house. Getting moving boxes, and we're like cutting boxes, wrapping them in foil, and like.
Hey, I swear, it was like, AJ.
Everyone on the army base is like ordering pizza from us on text message and everything. Like,
it was funny, man. Like I said, we couldn't find. We was in Germany, so we couldn't find like a distribution center, like Restaurant Depot, like that in Germany.
Boxes. We're in like the grocery store buying toppings and
yeah, man.
Regular grocery.
and making dough, and it's just
making dough, right? That's what we started. But the dough process was, that was hard. We quit for a little while. We started making it, and then we quit because it came out so bad. Came out so bad, man. It came out so bad.
And then
so I'm like, man, I quit. I can't figure this out.
And the funny thing is, the way we make pizza now, it looks completely different. We have this picture of these pieces, and we're like, look at our pizza, we're making it, and it looks terrible.
We need to serve it today.
Like, man. The only thing it had going was, this is Jayla, everybody.
Say hi.
The only thing it had going, man, was that it was circle, man. But we got better. We did
and it
get
had
better.
cheese on it.
It did have cheese and sauce.
It was
we got
terrible.
better. So it's like we started out in Germany selling our own pizza. Once we actually got the recipe after we took a break because it was so bad the first time. I'm gonna provide pictures too, man. I always show that picture. But we took a break and we started, once we got back on, and we gave a pizza to one of my friends. And he's like, yo, man, this is really good. You should sell that. And I'm like, nah, man. Because I feel like with pizza, I'm almost like a perfectionist. Like, I can't release, even with the pizzas that I got loaded up in the chamber, it's like, it takes a while to release because I got to feel comfortable, or like I want people to, because me, man, if you say it's good, I'm like, all right, what else can I do to it? And people
or you just feel like, okay, you telling me that because you don't want to hurt my feelings. Like, just tell me the truth. And it's like, no, it's good. So you're lying to me. Tell me and they're like, no, like it's actually good.
So we gave it away. We was giving it away for a little while before once everybody was like, yo, this is really good, man.
Yeah, then they started paying us because we're like, we're going to charge $5 or $8. And they're like, here you go, here's $10.
12,
like, let's start here.
So they upped the price.
We was just trying to do $5 pies, man. And
they're like, you're making it fresh. These are fresh ingredients you're using, like, and
Right.
you're undercutting
So,
yourselves, you're underselling yourselves.
We started getting $20 a pizza, man. So it was like people was actually paying, and that was dinner,
Yeah.
2 pizzas. Like, actually, they gave me one time, we catered like this little thing that they had going on, like a get together, catered that. So we started, like she said, with the moving boxes, like regular moving boxes, cut it into squares,
them
man.
in half, wrapping them with foil.
And throwing them, wrapping them with foil, and then wrapping foil on top of the pizza, and that was the
oven
beginning.
timer, everything.
Right,
like,
man.
Just, like,
So that was kind of like your experimental phase.
Yeah, man.
To build things.
we're messing with like dough
Yeah.
recipes, sauce recipes, just getting that together. Different flavors, how this and that tastes, and
But once we got back here, it changed all over again. The recipe changed,
Yeah.
the ingredients changed, the look of our pizza changed. Even everything just changed. Like,
the way we cooked it changed. We had a different oven, so we had to get accustomed to that.
Right.
How fast we wanted it to run, and how we wanted it to look. Like if it's too crispy, or we definitely was going for thin crust, but we wanted it to be crispy but not burnt, and then just
Yeah, man. So that was what we had to work on, like, because when we were leaving Germany, like, we knew, like, all right, this is not how we want our pizza. So when we actually get into our storefront, so the plan all along was to come back, hit the ground running, and that's what we did. We started overseas. When we was overseas, we leased a location, 504 Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
We leased that location. I still had a year on my contract, was it? No,
Yeah.
longer than that, because we leased that place for a year before we touched it.
okay, yeah, and then
So-
you came back.
Yeah, we knew that our pizza, what we was making in Germany was not what we wanted to make here in store here at the U.S., right? We had better equipment, we had a better oven, so it's like we knew, like, all right,
More
we got
space,
a chance
yeah.
to make it. Yeah, we got a chance to really make the pizza how we want it. So we took on this location at 504 in Jersey City. I was emailing the city back and forth, letting them know my intentions. Just getting confirmation on what needed to be in the store, this and that. I came back, I left Germany, got back to the US June 28th. We opened that location July 12th. 2 weeks into opening, city officials started to call and come out and like, well, you can't be here. And I'm like, well, I got approval from the city. Here's the email stating that I'm good to go, that we can be here. Showed them the email. They was like, well, they made a mistake. I'm like, well, that's not on me. That's not on me. Like, this is the email of them stating that we can be here. So it was a long fight, man. They sent out a fine, $2,000 fine. Even after I provided text messages, emails, sent out a $2,000 fine, telling us that we had to move. It was $2,000 with $500 a week. So we literally opened July 12th, and we were shut down by the city by September 16th. And the reason of that shutdown was because this is redevelopment plan, and I've been talking about redevelopment plans in the city for quite a long time. They have the power to hurt the community, hurt the people within that community, man. And I told the city, they had this redevelopment plan specifically was called Ocean Baby Redevelopment Plan. And in that redevelopment plan, they did not allow restaurants, salons, barbershops to be in the area of Claremont to Warner. That's about 20 to 30 blocks. If you know the city, you know. If you don't, it's about 20 to 30 blocks that you cannot open a restaurant, a salon, or barbershop.
The main stuff.
The main stuff that we so
Yeah.
I called the city and I said, well, I'm reading up on this redevelopment plan. We can't open restaurant, barbershop, or salons. I said majority of the businesses that my black and minority people of color open is restaurants, salons, or barbershops.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
Cooking and doing hair.
And when I spoke to them, they was like, well, you know what? It kind of sounds racist to me. It sounds racist. I'm like, yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. Well, you know what, Quill? Just stay quiet about it. We're going to try to figure it out. Don't say anything. Don't create no backlash, man. We're going to try to figure it out. We're working on it. All right, cool. That's September comes. Another fine comes out. Same thing. Just stay quiet, man. Don't make no ruckus about it. And at first I'm agreeing with, all right, cool. I'm just stay quiet because I know they got QJ. Don't kick it. So I'm like, I know they got me. They're taking care of me in my mind. I'm like, they're taking care of me, but the community is, putting things in my ear about certain individuals in the city. And the type of person that I am, man, I'm gonna go off what you show me, not what somebody said about you. So it's like, they're telling me that I'm good, so I'm gonna wait and see. I got another fine, $2,000 again, $500 a week again. And it's like, at that point, I'm like, all right, yeah, I gotta expose this, and yeah, man, I gotta let people know what's going on. And then amongst all of that going on, man, I had this one old guy came in, man. He came in and he pulled me out the store. He said, look, man, this pizzeria is bigger than you. It's bigger than everything that you're doing right now. It's bigger than you. He said, because now you're allowing black kids to see something different that they never saw before. And it didn't really hit us until, like, once he said that, it's like, all right, yo, we really got to fight for it.
Because you don't
really got to
see
fight
it.
for it, man.
You don't see it. You know?
We really got to fight for it. So September came, we closed down, and it's so crazy how God works, man. The owner of the location that we're at now, 514 Ocean Avenue, Jersey City, New Jersey, Space Pizza. Come check us out. The owner of this location was one of our faithful customers, man. He came and he was listening to me tell a story to somebody. He put me aside. He said, hey, man, let's talk business. And I'm like, all right, because initially I thought he was going to try to get equity for the company, to give me a couple $1,000s to take equity in the company, because I had people to do that, try to do it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he take me outside and he walked me from 504 to
the corner.
Right here to the corner.
Literally.
And it was funny because I was telling my wife about the chicken spot that was right here. I pay attention to business, man. I love business, man. I pay attention. They were always sitting outside or sitting inside, or every time you come in outside, they're on the front. So I said, they're gonna close soon. They're gonna close soon. I'm telling you, they're gonna close soon. Business is slow. And he came and he took me to the store and he said, why you don't open it right here? And I said, well, the chicken spot is still in there, man. I'm just waiting until they leases are. He's like, chicken spot not here no more. I put them out. They evicted. It's yours if you want it. That's what he said to me. He said, this spot is yours if you want it, man. I don't want you to move your equipment twice. Move your stuff in, and that's that. And that was a blessing, man. And it's like, yo, you couldn't ask for anything else more, man. It's like, that.
And then he let us clean it up for how long? Like,
it was a while, man.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of time. He gave us nearly a year.
Yeah.
Rent free. Do what we need to do. Take your time, man. Just get it up and running. Get it up and running. So it's like, man, we really couldn't ask for much more, man. So it's like, we're here now. Sales are going great. Obviously, we're still building, but we're here now. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what this is about, man. That's what this is about. We're putting on, not for us, but for the people, the community. So once capital start rolling in, you'll see us doing the tutoring in the store like we planned on doing. Planned on doing tutoring 5 days a week for kids.
And I don't think we explained the name behind why we chose to
choose. We chose Space Pizza.
Because like he said, it started out as Speedy Q's, but that ended, and we were just. I wasn't initially a part of Speedy Q's, and then we got together, and then he dropped the whole pizza thing, and then we were talking about it again, and then we were trying to come up with names. And then we were just in my mom's house, like what? Yeah. And we wanted something that had a meaning, a theme behind it, like something that would help. Like it was more than just like pizza. Like it had to have something behind it. Yeah. So why we were just
because it was education. We wanted an educational base. Yeah. It was like Space Pizza is like a mixture of education and pizza, man. So it's like space. Obviously, you're dealing with space science, things like that. So that's how we was able to come up with it, man, and got a trademark. So we own Space Pizza. Space Pizza is owned by us. The brand is owned. Yes. So it's thank you, good job. So that's where Space Pizza came from, man. Abigail, can you open this for her?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be tutoring and with like science, and then we wanted to have like space themed stuff, like pictures and stuff, teaching the the planets and everything. Eventually we'll get there. Like we'll
once
get
the
to
capital start coming in, man, we're gonna build.
So talk about the this like you touched on, black pizza, right? Black-owned restaurant pizza.
Right, man.
So we don't see a lot. Man. People have it's a polarizing, ideas.
Yeah.
Ask people.
It's funny, man. It's funny because black pizza. That has been a hurdle for us as well.
Yes, even online and
in person, man. It's been a hurdle because for some reason in our mind, in the black community mind, we can't do that. That's what's in. For some reason, it's in our mind. We can't do that. when we posted on this page, a business page online, we posted, hey, you know, we're gonna be opening up a pizza spot, come out and support. We got people who's like, what? Black people making pizza? I'll just stick to the authentic Italian pizza. And I think I told this story 100 times, and I said to her, I sent her a picture of a margarita pizza, which is authentic Italian pizza.
When we went to Italy.
From when we went to Italy, right?
Like, it don't get no more authentic than that.
Right? Like, sent her the pictures. She's like, I don't know what that is. And I said, well, it's authentic Italian pizza. She was like, I never had that. I eat authentic pizza. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, you know, it's like, that was right there for me was a losing battle. It's like, I'm not going to win. Like, I sent her authentic Italian pizza, and that's not what it was. But it got to us that we had to understand that it's just in some people's mind that black people can't do that.
And I still feel like when people come here, they're still surprised and then they're even more shocked that they like it. And then it's considered, oh, this is some of the best pizza that I've ever had. And you're black, you're doing it. Like, that's crazy. Right. And it's like, no, it's not. Like, we got a recipe and we got it down to the T. And we, you know, it's come with hard work.
And we got the negative. We got the negative, like people telling us we need an Italian in the front to run the day-to-day. Like, yo, y'all need an Italian in there to just run the day-to-day so people can come in and order. Like, nah, but that go against what we aiming for the kids to see something. You understand what I'm saying? Because I tell a story about how I didn't see my first black teacher until 10th grade, so I didn't think teaching was a thing for, you understand? So it's like, it goes against that. We don't need an Italian up front. I found my first Halal Fusion. Halal Fusion is a Chinese spot out in Philadelphia. Shout out to Halal Fusion. First time, that's my first time, and I'm 30 years old. That's my first time seeing a black Chinese restaurant. So why can't we do pizza, Chinese cuisine? Why not? What's stopping us? You understand what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing. That's my message to the community. What is stopping us from doing everything? We're more than capable. We built the country.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing. We can do pizza. We can do Chinese. We can get into it.
Like,
get into it, man. Get into it.
Like, just don't let it stop you because, you know. And then I had to stop myself because that's the mindset that I had. And I remember he was telling me about it, and I'm just like, you sure? Like, people don't want to see black people make, and it's just like, wait, what? Like, what are you saying right now?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like,
You mentioned that you guys made pizza in Germany.
Yes, nobody, and this is different, different types of people, and that's what helped too. And we weren't just selling to black people are just supporting black people. We were everybody was supporting business,
base, so you know it's mixed out.
Yeah,
that military base is
and
mixed,
it's like,
man.
okay, like.
But that, I'm not gonna lie, man, that was kind of tough when the first time I heard it, man. When we heard it online, so like when the first time I heard it, man, that just man, it put me down. I'm not even gonna lie.
Because then we didn't know if people would buy, if they would come,
man.
you know, we wasn't sure. But we've been getting so much support.
So much love, so much love, man.
I did your original.
Ooh, that 504, right?
Once I tasted it, I was like, you wanted something.
Like, you did.
It's unique, authentic at the same time.
Yeah.
People forget that 2 points. Black people are making pizza every day.
That's for sure, man.
You worked
Domino's years.
Right.
Right now, right? It's just that we don't own it.
Yeah, right. That was man, but words kind of, man, like, although I jumped hundreds of hurdles before that comment is like, and it's coming from somebody black, so it's like, oh man, like, yo. And then even when we opened, we got, pizza on Ocean, what?
Right, like,
it went from black people making pizza to what? Buying pizza on Ocean?
And it's just like, what? Like, what's wrong with
it's like,
our neighborhood.
Yes, it's out, like, what?
And it's like, but we finally got over that. We finally got over the black people can't do this. Black people can't make pizza on Ocean. We got over that. Now it's just, yo, y'all own this? Yo, this is so dope. Yeah. This is so dope. We had a Grubhub driver come in the other day. It was like, yo, wait, y'all own it? Yo, this is the dopest thing I ever seen. Like, this is the dopest. So now it's love. We get the kids coming in like, space pizza.
Yeah.
Yo, it's love, man. And that's why we give back.
This we used to love the camera. Say hi.
That's good. Get up in it. Big smell. There you go.
Taylor, say hi. Hi. They're eating
Push
bananas. The irony. He's singing Annie. You do not work these kids hard enough. You hear him? He's like, this son will come out. That is so rude.
That's crazy.
There you go. Like, this is what they make me do.
It's funny because I was just thinking, it's a hard nut.
Nope, I got a song for you.
Sing it, yeah.
Here you go.
QJ is the man.
He can't hold on.
So right now I'm going to make a 2X cheese.
Oh, you have an order?
No, I'm just making it. Just get it on.
That's it. That's all.
Oh, she is. Okay.
She said she camera ready?
This is my mom, Dorothy. She also helps here. She helps with the dishes and everything. Keeps me and my husband in order and the children.
You're the backbone of this thing.
Yeah.
Keep it
She
together.
helps with the recipe as well with the chicken. That was a big bust. Mainly my fault.
Oh, man.
We were going through.
Pound of black pepper.
We were going through recipes for the chicken, and it's a family recipe. We use the same stuff, and I'm like, I'm doing it. So I just pour all of this pepper on the chicken. I don't know why. Like, don't ask me why. And it just, me and her, we're mixing it. And she like, Tracy, now you know I taught you better than this. This is black. And I'm like, it's gonna taste good. That chicken was so black, it ruined the oil. It was hard. It ruined everything. Like, it just, so we had to go in, and I'm like, all right, Ma, you take the lead on this one. And then we got it together, but that was fun.
Very cool.
A whole case of chicken wasted and a few big bottles of oil, but yeah, you learn.
You learn, right? It's the process.
All right, so right now, man, what we're doing is getting our 2X cheese. So if you ever had space pizza, man, everything is weighed out to a specific amount, just so we don't overpower with the cheese, don't overpower with the sauce, and that's how we keep everything. When you're in the restaurant industry, man, for my guys coming in the restaurant industry, you gotta manage your food costs, man. You can't overuse. You gotta have actually have a recipe so that you can follow it, so you can get a consistent pizza every time. You understand? So this is a 2X pie, so I get a little bit more cheese. Then we top it off with the fresh mozz, fresh basil, and yeah, man, it comes out perfect every time. Then I'm gonna break down, Jay. I'm gonna show you this our oven that separates us from the competition, man. This is it, man. 2X cheese right here, going in. All right, so now this oven right here is a Middleby Marshall, so it's an older oven. It's about a 30, I think this oven's probably like 20, 30 years old, right? And on this oven, we can push out, we got 2 ovens, we're only using 1 right now. We can push out 180 pizzas an hour. So that's what separates us from the competition. And gets our thing is, we're not just a one store. We're gonna open more, we're gonna franchise, and this is what's gonna separate us. Get pizza out the door quicker, and get it out to carry out faster. So that's it, man. It got a 3-step. It is a 3-step. This is my, man, we got 2 of these bad boys. So technically we got 4, because this is 1, this is 2, and then we got a whole set in storage, right? So this oven, it bakes, I'm not sure the specific order, but it bakes, rise, and brown. So I know browning is right here, is when it starts to actually get its crisp right here. And I believe, I gotta look it up, but yeah, man, so you can watch it come through. It's cooking through right now, and you're gonna see as it gets to this middle portion right here, you're gonna start to see the color come in to the pizza, right? So right here, I believe this is the rise section, right here, where the pizza's gonna begin to rise. It's a pretty cool process, man. Maybe we can see if we can catch it. But I know I'm letting some of the heat out, so. And inside these little bad boys right here, they got fingers. If you come here, you'll see the actual fingers in the oven. You got some down low, so it cooks it at the bottom, and it cooks it up top. So it's getting, that's how, man, it's, yeah, man. And then this right here, this machine, we paid $5 grand for it. Got it imported from Italy. It saved us time. We got carry out, Abigail. it saves us time rolling the dough. We drop the dough in there, it comes out a perfect dough ball. We won't say how much dough we're using.
We used to spend hours
Rolling and
making the
mixing dough.
dough, rolling it, and right now we can drop about 10 in there and it'll come and we'll be still rolling too by the time, like, so it helps a lot.
So we do half pies. Get on camera real quick.
Hey,
You can go up there and get them, Jay. That's my mama pops.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we came in
I'm
for
walking
some
out there then. How you guys doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. I'm taking some video for them, so you know.
Okay,
So
okay.
he's telling us the story.
Yes, this is my mother-in-law.
Yes, I'm the
Tracy
mom.
Tree.
Yes, Tracy Trees.
My dad, Roll Loco.
And so we go to church here. We
But
all,
I know, I know.
yeah. Came in for some of this delicious old chicken, so and pizza. We make sure it's almost like, you know, certain places you come, you just don't want to pass it by if you're in town. This is one of those spots. You definitely want to come here and get something to try out this chicken and pizza. My favorite is the spicy chili.
Yeah,
Oh, the one I had yesterday?
Yeah, the sweet chili, yes.
Oh, she ain't had a pizza yet, though. She ain't had a pizza.
Oh, okay. I got the wings in my.
Yeah, the wings, yeah, sweet chili. It's
I might be
delicious.
giving away the secret. He was working on something.
Oh,
Tried it
what?
yesterday, yeah.
Hey, Jay, that pizza was exclusive. Only you got it, man.
What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need another one.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like
Oh
that.
man.
So, both my parents can tell you, man. When I started, remember I was like 13 on eBay?
Yes.
My pops. So this is a funny story, right? I remember my pops teaching me how to do computers, right? But then she said that she taught him how to do computers, which ultimately taught me how to do computers. So at like 12 or 13, man, I learned it from my pops, right? So he taught me how to rebuild computers. So at like 11, 12, 13, I was selling computers on like eBay.
Which he learned from me.
But yo, and I'm
I
saying
worked the help
so.
desk.
So it's like past, it's kind of trickled down. It's kind of trickled down. This is a big debate. Who talk, right? So I learned. So that's why I would always give my pops the credit on the computer things because he spent most of the time with me teaching me computers.
Yeah.
Granted, my mom probably told him whatever, right? Who knows? Who knows? Who really knows, right? But now,
Who's on first, right?
right. So he taught me how to do the computers. And at like 11, 12, 13, we used to go down. They used to take us down to eBay, man. Like down, I mean not eBay.
English Town.
English Town at the
yeah.
flea market, man. And you used to sell computers down at the flea market, build them, go down there and sell them. So off that, I learned from them like, yo, I can make my own money. Like, granted, they didn't know they was teaching me, giving me that entrepreneurial spirit, but it was like that's what it was though. So it's like, yo, I can make my own money. Like my pops used to sell computers. He used to get clothes. Remember, he used to get clothes from the jar. We'd take clothes down there and sell it. Now you're making $900 every weekend. So it's like, I learned from them. Like unknowingly, they're teaching me how to be an entrepreneur, and that's how I learned. So then I started getting on eBay, taking the computers I fixed instead of going down to English Town here. Let me go sell it on eBay, sell it to the housing authority. Remember, we had the guy coming to the house from housing. The guy used to come to the house
And
from
then not
housing.
only did you sell them, did you donate it to Zion School before?
Oh yeah, like
He
fix
fixed them up and gave computers to the daycare that didn't have computers at the time.
Yeah, man.
He would actually build computers from scratch, and he gave them to
Yeah.
He gave them to the
So
school.
that was it, man. It was an entrepreneurial spirit, man. That's where it came from. Like my parents just put that unknowingly. They put it in me, man. Like doing the things that they were doing to make cash, you know. So it's like things they was doing to make cash put something in me. Like I'm not working for nobody. I want to follow my own route and do my own thing. So it's like it's crazy. So that's what you instill things in your kids unknowingly, like, and then. You know, we here now, man.
Right?
It's my mom, Tracy Tree. It's my pops, Roll Loco, right there. I know they got the intro, but it's crazy they came in right now. It's crazy, like.
I'm gonna come get some pizza. Chicken.